So in this video, I'm showing you how to create a transaction and get paid at the table. So here, the first thing you want to do is make sure that your client is in your contacts or your database in Command. So the first thing you would do would be go to Contacts, and in the top right corner you would hit Add a Contact, and you would then fill in all the information that you have, and you would hit Create. So for this training purposes, I'm going to go ahead and go to myself, and I'm going to click on my name. So after you have created your contact, a contact card will show up. So over here on the right hand side, I would click Opportunities, and then I would click Create Opportunity. So here a opportunity card pops up, and we would make sure that you do correct the type when you're here. It defaults to listing. So if it's a buyer, you need to click on it and you need to hit buyer or landlord or tenant. Now, if you accidentally click on the wrong type and you do hit create at the bottom, unfortunately at this time there is no edit button, so you will have to start over. So I'm going to do a listing, and then my client here's her name. And if you have an additional seller, then when I click on it and they are connected in your database correctly, their other half will show up here under related contacts, and then I would just click on them. So opportunity name, our opportunity names are supposed to be the address. So since this is a listing, I already know the address, so I'm going to type it in. And then custom tags, we can do these just like we can for our contacts. However, this one is for the transaction. So I'm going to call this one Seller 2020. That way in the future, if I am wanting to look for something that I listed in 2020, all I have to do is type in the tag Seller 2020 and it pops up. You can also do that for your buyers and etc. So estimated close date, we do not know. Estimated list price, I'm just going to type in an amount here for training purposes. Our commission rate is normally 3%. If you have lowered your commission for a reason, you will just put your commission rate here. And then we can put them into different phases and stages according to our pipeline. So in this one, I'm just going to leave it Cultivate and Nurture. I'm going to hit Create. So now on the right hand side, you will see that the the opportunities card has shown up on the right hand side of your contact. So I'm going to click on their transaction. And this brings us to the details of the transaction. So general information, I'm going to go ahead and click the pencil. And here we would type in any additional information we may know. So what time frame, I'm going to go ahead and put in a month. We still do not know the close date. So you do not have to do anything in here except for the things that are highlighted with a red asterisk. Those are the only required fields. However, if you want the system to work properly for you and to benefit you the best it can, I do highly recommend to go ahead and fill out appointment scheduled, appointment date, agreement won, contract date. So I would go ahead and fill these out so that you can get the most out of your system. And then we hit save. So here at the top, we go to property. We type in the property. So I'm going to type in my address. I click on it and the country automatically fills in. Everything else auto-populates with the city and the zip code. And then if I scroll down a little bit, you will see the seller worksheet. This extra section will not show up when you are working with a buyer. So I'll hit the little pencil, and the only thing that I have to correct in here is the buyer's agent commission. So I'm just going to put 3% here and hit save. The next part is seller profile, buyer profile. You really do not have to worry about looking in here. This is just where you can see what they have done in your app. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Documents. So here we have to focus on to make sure that we pick the correct checklist type. So we're going to click on Residential. Whether you are a buyer or a seller, you will always click Residential if it's a resale property. You also have new construction, unimproved, lease, and condos, and commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and pick residential listing. And this shows us our listing folder that we need to turn in for compliance. Now what we are going to do is over to the right hand side, we're going to hit Start a Transaction. And as you see, either DocuSign or Dotloop show up if you have your command set up correctly. I am going to choose Dotloop. And then I'm going to hit Go to Transaction. And this will take me to Dotloop. Sign in. So it has created my loop for me. So now what I'm going to do is add my documents to my loop. And here, those of you who do use Dotloop, you do Dotloop exactly like you have before. So we're going to use templates, and I'm going to go in and find my seller folder that I have created for myself. I'm going to hit Select All. I'm going to hit Copy, and all the documents get uploaded into my loop. So now, in a matter of time, what we're going to do is pretend that all our documents have been signed and they are ready to be put into our listing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and leave Dotloop, and I'm going to go back to Command. And this is how you attach documents that have already been signed into your command so that you can submit them to compliance. So right here where it says listed, you would hit Add Item if you want to do one at a time. If you want to send compliance a note, you would hit Add a Comment. But right now we're going to hit Attach Multiple Files. And this up here at the top, Manual means you want to find these files on your computer. Dotloop means I'm going to go into Dotloop and look for them. Or if you have chosen DocuSign, it will say DocuSign. And then, of course, there are custom folders. So I'm going to hit Dotloop. I want to pull multiple files out of Dotloop. Now, MLS Active and Property Tax Record, if you have put them in your loop, you can pull them in from your loop, or you can pull them from your computer. But I'm going to go down here to Information About Brokerage Services, and really all you have to do to upload a document is you click on the drop-down box, and it brings up all the documents that you have in your loop, and you match them with the title on the left, and you would click on Information About Brokerage Services in the drop-down box, and then your listing, you would hit Select, and you would look for your listing in your loop. And then the addendum to the seller's disclosure, you would find the addendum to the seller's disclosure in your drop-down box from your loop. and so forth. So we're going to pretend that we have already filled in all our documents here, and we hit attach. And as you can see here on our folder for compliance, it lights up in blue on the right hand side which documents we have already uploaded. So once you have uploaded all documents that are needed to submit to compliance, you would then hit submit to MC. We do not do that right now because this is a video for learning. It's not an actual transaction, but if it is an actual transaction, you would hit submit to MC once you have your listing folder completed. So now I'm going to pretend that we also need to go to under contract. So as a listing, we have now received an offer. So we're going to go into offers, and we're going to add a new offer. I like to use initial offer. However, you can name it anything you want. So you can name it the buyer's name offer, or you can name it the address offer number 1, offer number 2, whatever. It does not matter. This is your system. So I'm going to hit create offer. And then what I'm going to do is type in all the offer information. So I have initial offer. I'm going to leave today's date for learning purposes. And then I'm just going to leave the close date also. And then I would hit parties. So I would put the buyer's name. Here I'm going to put Daffy Duck. Now once again, you only have to fill in the red asterisk spaces. So I'm going to come down here, and I do like to go ahead and put in the pre-approved or the pre-qualified. Put in the buyer's agent's name. We'll say Minnie Mouse is selling him this one. And then we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to hit terms. So we scroll back up a little bit. So we put in how much cash. So we're going to put, I think I'm going to put $22,500 as cash. And I believe my loan amount is going to be $200. And then earnest money, you type in how much they've given you. Option fee, for how many days. Seller cost, seller will contribute how much money to a residential service contract. This is your home warranty. So I'm going to put, and the seller will contribute how much to settlement cost. This is your concessions. And then you can hit agent analysis. You can put in the pros, which would basically be just the facts. So we can put full price offer. We might can put the close date. Cons, closes, I think it's 4 days. Okay, and we can hit save after we've put all those things in there. So now we're going to pretend that this listing has received another offer. So we're going to hit add a new offer. And I'm going to put initial offer 2, that's the way I do, and create offer. So next we're going to they're going to close a little bit later. We'll just put 2 weeks. We're going to hit parties. So the buyer's name, this one is going to be Mickey Mouse. He's pre-approved. The buyer's agent's name is going to be Goofy. We're going to hit terms. How much cash? So I'm going to say $25,000 in cash. So he's giving a little bit more money. Still going to do the 1% for the earnest money. Option fee. He only wants it for 7 days. He's not going to want a service contract, but he's going to want, we'll say, $5,000 in seller concessions. And then we can type in the pros and cons. This one is over list price. We'll say no. Oops. Home warranty. Con could be he wants $5,000. In concessions. We'll hit save. So my listing, it has 2 offers. So I have an offer from Goofy and I have an offer from Minnie. So I am now going to, up here in the left top corner, select all for them. And I'm going to hit compare offers. So if you are in a multiple offer situation, you can hit the compare offers and it gives you all your offers right here in a little spreadsheet. Isn't that nice? So we can see exactly how they compare against each other. So I have noticed that, my net bottom is not at the bottom, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my details. I'm going to come down here, and this is something you should do when we are doing the seller worksheet and adding the buyer agent commission. Click the toggle Show Net on Offer Comparison. Turn it green so that it will show at the bottom of your net sheet. So we're going to turn it green. I'm going to save it. Go back to my offers. We're going to hit Select All. Compare Offers. So now you can see at the bottom, it shows net to you, the difference of the 2 offers. Now, this does not include if they owe anything on mortgage or HOA or prorated taxes. This is just an estimated number. So now that we have had this, we can say, our sellers want to go ahead and go with Mickey Mouse offer. So we're going to go back to our offers. And the Mickey Mouse offer, my client is going to accept. So when I hit accept, it is going to automatically turn off the other offer. Okay? Or you can just hit reject if they don't like either one. Now, whether you are a seller agent at the time or a buyer's agent at the time, you have to create the offer and accept the offer in order for the commissions tab to light up. So if you are the buyer's agent, after you have created your offer, taken it in, once it has been accepted by a seller, you do want to come into the system and create an offer and have it accepted so that your commissions tab will light up. So now what I'm going to do is I will go into commissions, and this will be for after we have submitted our contract folder to compliance. So I'm going to hit edit general information, and I'm going to put the contract date, and I'm going to hit save changes. Now if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see a payment. So we can edit the agent payment here if you want to. So it shows me how much commission I will make. If I hit edit, then I can scroll down. We do not have to worry about adding our E&O insurance. It is already there. However, if you do want to give to KW Cares, KW Kids, or Bold Scholarship, you can. And then we hit save changes. So we can hit edit agent payment. We can scroll down. Now what we can do is right here, we see extra payment options, so we can add item. This is how you do your referrals, your BTSAs, your outside referral. So we're going to choose a type, your bonus, your BTSA. You would click it. You would put how much your bonus is, and you would hit split with Market Center if you have not capped. We can also hit concession. So this is if you are going to pay a sum of money in order to help with the transaction. So you would put your amount in here and answer the questions. Is the concession on the closing statement? Is it off the top? Is the Market Center paying? Okay. You would hit add after you answer these questions. And then we also have deduction. So this is here if you have a deduction to take out. This would be for your transaction coordinator or people like that. You might want to put that information in here. And then we have at the end the outside referral. We never use the inside referral, so please do not use the inside referral. I will show you how to do that in a few minutes. So we're going to hit outside referral, and this is how you do your outside referral information, and hit add. So then we would hit save changes. So if you have done a property now or with another agent, okay, that you are splitting the transaction, you will come to add another agent, and this is for your inside referral. So agent name, you would find someone here out of our office. So I'm going to hit J, right? There she is. Whoop. Where'd she go now? She was just there. Here she is. I'm going to give her half the transaction, or and then the agent gross commission, we're going to hit calculate commission. So she gets $3,375. We do not fill out the rest of the information. That is for the back office to take care of. And then we'll hit save changes. So that's how you do your inside referral, where you are splitting a transaction with someone. So here it says that I have excess agent commission of $3,375, and I have a half a transaction too much. So I'm going to come back after I put in the other agent and I change my information. So I change my unit, and then I re-hit calculate commission, and then I'll hit save changes. So now those faults on the other side have disappeared. So then I would check everything right here on the right hand side, and then I would hit submit. And I'm not going to hit it right now because the back office would be mad at me. So that's how you do commissions. So don't forget, first thing you do is you add a contact to your transaction. Then you make sure that you create an opportunity, and you make sure that you fill out as many of the details as possible. Then you go to documents. Then you see the types of folders that we have to submit to the transaction, to compliance, which is the listing folder, the under contract folder, the closed folder. When you click on these folders, they give us which documents we need to upload in order to meet compliance. You would then hit start a transaction, go to transaction, and that will take you to your format that you are using for your transactions, either DocuSign or Dotloop. After you have filled out all your documents and you have had all parties sign, then you would go back into command and you would upload. The easiest way is attach multiple files. Click on Dotloop or DocuSign, whichever one you're doing. Click on the drop down box, look for the document that matches. And after you have clicked on all the documents, you hit attach. They light up. Then you would create your offer. You would accept the offer so that the commissions tab lights up. Now, if you do have a document that has not met compliance and it has been rejected, it will show up in your folder with rejected and a little note beside it what is wrong with that particular document. You will get a notification via Kelly, so you have to have Kelly on your phone. You come into your folder, and then you will see what is wrong with that particular document. You will then go into your transaction, either in Dotloop or DocuSign, and you will fix that particular document, and then have all parties sign. Then you will go back to Command, and over here on the right hand side where you do have documents filled out, if you click on the ellipses, the three dots on the right hand side, you will see remove or print. Well, if it has been rejected, it will say replace. So you'll just hit replace, and you pull the document in that is the correct document, and then you would hit submit to MC. And once you have met compliance, you will receive a DA to send a title. It will show up here. And that is all there is in order to create a transaction to get paid through Command and either DocuSign or Dotloop, whichever format you prefer. And it's very easy to use, and I hope that you enjoy this format as much as I do.